Hey guys, Sheri and Richerson from Experimental Homesteader Exotic Gardening, SheriandRicherson.com and biannualblogatownbash.com. Welcome to our daily vlog. As you may know, yesterday we spent the day at Camp Independence, and I gave a presentation on year-round gardening in Indiana. It was a long day. It was a good day, but it was a long day. I really enjoyed going, and I thought the presentation went pretty well. I realized after the presentation, one of the ladies asked me what the NP and K on kelp was, and I couldn't answer that. And I was wondering why she had asked that question, because when I say use kelp in your garden, I mean like the granular kelp, such as what I feed my animals. I don't use the fertilizer kelp. Oddly enough, I didn't even think about that there's actually a kelp fertilizer. Because I just take it and, straight out of the barn, out of the bag that I also scoop out for my livestock. And I just scoop some out and take it out to the garden and sprinkle it on the ground around the plants. And so I kind of got stumped. And the question threw me off enough that I felt like, that's not on my bag of kelp. And I guess I didn't clarify that that's because I don't use kelp fertilizer. I use the actual kelp itself, the food grade kelp. And I don't know if it's more expensive than the fertilizer. I honestly don't know, because I always keep a bag on hand, like I said, to feed the livestock. So to me, finding things that have multiple ways of using them is a lot better than, buying this, that, or the other individually. I just feel like it's simpler and may end up saving money. Like I said, I'm not sure because I haven't broke it down. The other question that I got asked was the cost of actually growing your own food. If I had ever calculated that. And no, I haven't. I see that what I consider the ridiculous post on Facebook about how a single tomato costs you like $2 and something to make. And I hear people say all the time, why would you can your own food when it costs so much more to do it, blah, 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 blah. Well, part of it is about doing it myself. Part of it is because when I grow and preserve my own food, I know exactly what's in it. I don't have preservatives and fillers and, oh, well, it might be called spices and who knows how much of what is in it. And there is no question or doubt in my mind how my food was grown, how my food is preserved, and what exactly is in it. There's no sneaking things in like the whole Parmesan cheese scandal, where the Parmesan cheese had wood filler in it. None of that when I do it myself. Does it cost more? I don't know. Does it take more time to grow and preserve food than just going to the grocery store and buying it? Yes, it does. Am I healthier for it? Is my family healthier for eating the food that is grown and canned here? Yes, they are. And yes, I am. And I have blood tests to prove that fact. When I was growing my own food, canning my own food, dehydrating my own food, raising my own chickens, raising goats, milking them, making my own cheese and butter and all that, I was not anemic. I was not having the health problems. When all of that came to an end, I became anemic. I've had all kinds of health problems. I've gained a ton of weight. And things have just changed. When I went back and started doing it again, even though I started very, very slowly, You know, I haven't had to have any more iron infusions for quite some time. My blood work seemed to return to normal. Now, does that mean that it was a miraculous cure and everything is a-okay? No, because I'm still going back and forth because I still haven't got everything put back into place yet. But I can see already that there is a difference. I know what things were like before and what things were like after. So I know where I need to go. It's just the getting there. You know, sometimes it's easier said than done. Things take time. Will that work for everybody? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. You know, I can only say from my own personal experience what I've seen happen and what I've been through and what I've dealt with. So anyway, like I said, it was really pretty good. I did enjoy all of the presentations. I'm going to be in contact with someone trying to figure out what is going on with the CB radio that I have. Trying to decide if we want to get a ham radio. You know, what exactly it is that maybe we might want to make our next step towards preparedness about. And also, for those of you that are thinking that being prepared and all of this is just such a joke because nothing is ever going to happen. As you may or may not know, and I'm trying to find this here. I know one is Argentina. There's one other country. Argentina and Uruguay, which I probably missaid, has a massive power. I can't talk. Anyway, has a massive power failure right now. It is the entire countries, both entire countries. And you never know. You just never know. What's going to happen, what could happen, and it could happen here. I mean, New York City has blackouts. Other places here have blackouts. And you need to be prepared. I saw a post that somebody was commenting on, and they had said that, well, they would just buy crayons instead of emergency candles because, of course, crayons will work. But why would you do this? Honestly, why would you do this? Okay, I could understand buying a couple packs of crayons and putting them in your bug out bag, putting them in your vehicle, you know, putting them someplace in case you needed them, because wherever you bugged out, there were children who had nothing to do, because a lot of people don't think about packing something for their children to do in an emergency situation. And yes, if you burnt all of your emergency candles up, if you had no other way of power, but you had those crayons, well, that's good to know. But for Pete's sake, why would you stock up on crayons, which are not candles, instead of actually just emergency candles? You know, I have no idea why. It doesn't make sense. I understand that you can get crayons really cheap, but again, crayons are not candles. The safety is not going to be there with the crayons. And while, like I said, it is good to know what can I use in a pinch, in a disaster. If all of my emergency candles have burnt up, if I have no kerosene in my kerosene lamps, if my flashlight batteries go dead, you know, if, what else can I do to make sure that I have power, you know, light, not power, but light. So it's good to know, but don't go out and be crazy and stock up on boxes and boxes of crayons when what you should be stocking up on is emergency candles. So just a thought. Another thought is don't be crazy and go out and stock up on a bunch of batteries when batteries, we all know, do go bad. I mean, keep some on hand, but think about that in the same way you would think about the food that you have on hand. Use them up, rotate them out, and keep a fresh stock all the time. Don't just put them in your bug out bag or wherever and forget about them, and then think that when you need them, they're going to be good, because there's a good chance they won't be. So anyway, guys, please subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, comments below. Thanks for watching, and have a great night.